Hi.
Hey,
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a wire city.
1, 2. We are in Wire City. This is terrifying. I hate this. I feel entrapped. I feel like Frodo
I
at the
have
end of the Fellowship of the
wires
Ring.
on all sides of me. Last time we recorded, we had an extension cable. Clap for sync. And last time we had an extension cable, and now our recording box is way like meters away. We have
too
our
far.
headphones stretching all the way out. It's ridiculous.
My cords are clapping against my other cords.
I
It's
can't-
touching my laptop.
I
don't
can't
like
do this shit.
any of it.
I can't deal with this shit anymore.
No, we
Sam.
can't move now.
No, I'm stuck in this position forever.
Yeah,
For the rest of the hour.
I know. I just don't like that it's pulling my head.
It's
What do
pulling
you
your
think
head
about
forward.
the head pull?
We also switched microphones for this one, so I feel odd with this microphone.
Because you got to
seem
really
very
eat
loud.
that microphone.
You gotta
I like it. I feel more
just gotta
comfortable.
bite into it. We should
I
get
should
another
buy one of these.
Yeah, you should buy one of those because it is much nicer.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm blocking my face with this.
Fuck it,
bad
I'm
boy.
buying one today. We're gonna update this podcast, baby.
Oh, we're taking it into the 21st century, baby.
Yeah.
Sam,
Damn.
I know we're laughing. I know we're having a really good time.
I know we're goofing, we're gaffing.
We're goofing, we're gaffing. I'm a dolphin. That's what the people come to this podcast to hear. You know, laughter, academia, maybe
coffee sip,
a coffee sip.
a little Jewel hit.
Oh, give him a taste.
Give him a Jewel
You got
hit.
some new Jewel pods. You can hear it crackle. Oh my God! Through the microphone.
Wow.
Wow,
Pineapple Crush.
that's incredible.
Yeah, they have Jewel pods, and you know what's kind of weird?
What?
But they're not Jewel branded.
Yeah.
They're from a different company. But they feel harsher, and I'm scared they're hurting my lungs more.
Oh, interesting. They're biting back more often.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
If I took my full regular haul on one of these,
Yeah.
it hurts me a lot.
Whoa. Well, that's not good. You know what also isn't good, Sam? And as I said, we're goofing and we're gabbing. We're having fun. That's what this podcast is about. But every time,
We get serious on here, though.
we get serious. We're able to get serious. And I know my head's bobbing forward because it's attached to a cord that's pulling me. But I have to tell you some really bad news.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard this in the news, but some stuff has been happening.
What?
Some bad stuff
I
in the
want to
world.
know. The people want to know.
Well, people, listen up. A friend of the podcast is dead.
Jesus Christ, too. Not Paul. Can you imagine? I didn't know.
You didn't know that Paul's dead? You didn't get the Google News alert?
Yeah.
Man, those are so annoying. I get Google News alerts for Paul Giamatti.
But how often do you get yours? I set mine to once a week.
Oh, mine happens like every day, and it's just because the Disney stock fluctuates, and it's like, Paul Giamatti's going to be in Jungle Cruise. The stock like went up like whatever, went down whatever.
Right. You got to change that. Anyways, who died?
Oh, my God, Sam. Someone from very early on in the podcast, a friend of the podcast,
Okay.
Mr. Rutger Hauer.
I had no idea who the fuck that is.
You don't know who Rutger Hauer is?
I like his name.
He's a strong man. You might know him.
Rutger.
You might know him.
Is that spelled
Friend of the show.
R-U-D-G-E-R?
I think it's Lutger.
L-U-T? Oh, Lutger.
Rutger. R-U-T.
Yeah, you said an L. You are dyslexic.
L-M-N-O-P. QWERTY.
Q-R-S.
No, Rutger Hauer is dead. You might know him from Blade Runner.
Okay.
He was a bad guy in Blade Runner. He did the monologue at the end where he said something prolific. I think he made it up. I think that's a famous piece of movie
He
trivia.
made it up, yeah. And he let the dove free.
And then also,
Also, he's
might-
dead.
he's dead. You might also know him from Past Midnight, a movie that we did on like our first or second episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was a made-for-TV movie, I believe.
With Liam Neeson, right?
No, that's before and after. That one is with the carjack. Past Midnight is the one with the woman. She's like an investigative, you dipshit. She's like an investigative reporter, and or like this guy. No, she's a social worker, and this guy gets released from prison.
Yes.
And he murdered his wife, and everybody's like he's or she's like he's
and
not
she's
a
like,
murderer.
But he seems like a nice guy.
And everybody's like he's a murderer.
But then he ends up not being the murderer, right? It was just like another dude.
You're right. I thought he was the
Yeah.
murderer. No, there's a twist.
Yeah, there's a twist that he seems like a real gross dude.
Yeah.
And he's living in their guest house or some bullshit like that.
I don't know. She really had a
Anyways.
fixation. Anyway, Rutger Hauer was 75 years old. He died after a short illness. He's a dashing Dutch actor, CNN said,
He is gorgeous.
and excelled in
Looking
bad
at the
guy,
photo on
bad
your-
guy
on
roles.
your laptop,
Yeah, that's
he
the
is
CNN
gorgeous.
photo. So what I want to do, because this is the first
Well,
death that's
R.I.P..
hit- well, first of all, condolences, R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he got into heaven.
The first death, but not the first cancellation.
No,
know what I mean?
no. People have been
Which is kind of
canceled.
like a death, a cultural death.
That's such an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Is being canceled even more hard than death?
I don't know. I
Because
still
you have
miss,
to live through it.
Yeah. I still mourn House of Cards.
I still miss.
Did anybody watch that last season?
I don't know.
Without him?
Did it got some Emmy nods, right? But just because it was like, I guess we have to.
Yeah.
I think we have to.
She kept Robin Wright
She
kept
was so
this shit up.
strong.
Yeah.
She became president or something.
I think she did. I hope she killed him.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I
we don't
didn't watch
know.
it. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to give a tribute to Rutger Hauer
Okay.
and his role in Past Midnight.
Please.
So everybody, pour one out. If you're holding a drink, pour one
Pour
out.
the entire drink
Pour
out.
the drink on the floor and slip and slide in it. Here is our tribute. Here's the official Giamatti 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 tribute to Rutger Hauer.
Hit me.
Hauer.
How?
What? Do you find this funny?
I just like that you did Caesar Flickerman.
Hello, my name is Larry, and I am very happy.
That's actually Paul.
Isn't that from Before and After? No, that is from Past Midnight.
Big round bellies.
This is a really nice tribute.
What are you doing?
This is
God,
really
are you
sweet.
lucky I didn't get drunk?
That's
one
him.
night. I could have killed you.
Oh yeah, it is me.
I like the way the
Oh,
world
that's
looks
it. That's
sometimes.
actually all the clips we have.
That's it.
Yeah,
All right, cut it. Cut War by
that's-
Hypnotic Brass Ensemble.
That's all the clips we have. I think we must have
I
got
love
it
that
written
song,
some,
by the way. I added it to my
So
Spotify,
good,
and I've
right?
listened to it so
I
many
hope
times.
I hope we're really boosting the listener count.
And I've listened to a lot of the other songs, not nowhere near as good as War.
That song's so
It's a standout.
good.
Mhm.
So yeah, once again, Rutger Hauer, you're in our thoughts and prayers.
R.I.P..
Hopefully, you got into heaven.
God, are you lucky I didn't get drunk one night? I could have killed you. Oh, stop, please.
And with that, I think we should get into the podcast.
All right.
Bye bye. Or hello.
Bye-bye.
I meant to say bye bye, Rutger Hauer.
Bye-bye, podcast. Welcome back to Giamatti Giamatti Giamatti, your one-stop, fully academic, encyclopedic source for all things Paul Giamatti. I'm your host, Sam.
And I am your host, Dan.
Uh.
Oh, burping.
I thought you were trying to fucking slip me up, weren't you?
No, what was I doing?
By jumping into the welcome back.
What do you mean?
weren't
Because
ya?
I started it?
Yeah, I
Do you think
saw
you usually start it?
No,
Do
I
you
think we
think you're a
started together.
leader?
But
Do you have the
Do
goal?
you think you're a fucking leader?
You think you have your big britches on?
Who
that
are you,
can-
Barack Obama?
Barack Obama?
Barack.
Of course not. The greatest leader is Donald Trump. But we don't like to get political. But this is an academic podcast, and that is obviously
And you have to talk
an
about the
academic-
times, and you have to talk about politics during these.
politics. That should be a segment.
Oh,
Politics.
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 If Paul ever gets into politics.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if he became like an Arnold Schwarzenegger and got into politics? That could be the next step.
I want to become the mayor of Baltimore.
Oh my God. Yes, please. How do I get my coffee when I'm entangled in these wires?
I don't know. That's been my struggle as well.
I don't want to spill. We already poured one out for Rutger. I don't want to do it again.
No.
He gets one.
One and done. Dan, we're watching everything Paul Giamatti's ever been in. This podcast is called Giamatti Giamatti Giamatti, and we're watching everything,
Ooh,
right?
I drank the coffee successfully. No spilling.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we're watching everything he's ever done. God damn it. From the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that may
Till
be.
death.
Till death.
Till
Do
death
it.
do us part. We just held hands. If you guys
We-
aren't watching the video
It's
podcast.
very, very cute.
Oh my god.
Oh
Give it to me.
my God. Friendship.
And let go.
Okay.
I'm tired of it.
But yeah, we're watching everything he's ever done. We started at the beginning with some Rutger Hauer movies, honestly, and one Past Midnight,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and we're going to the end. Jungle Cruise is
There's
coming
some
up.
dead air there for you folks. Dan just tried to toss it up to me, and I did not spike the ball.
No, you spiked it back into the dirt. Jungle Cruise is coming up. San Andreas 2 is coming up. San Andreas 2.
You looked at me like a hurt animal.
What do you mean?
San Andreas dos, and then you looked at me like, like
What did my mouth do?
an expectant, like, help me, where am I? San Andreas dos.
San Andreas 2. Whoop-de-doodle-dip.
You must have hurt in Spain, didn't you?
What do you? I must have heard
With that
in Spain.
accent?
People loved my accent because I would do the S thing where I went like this, and people were like, "Oh my god, you got the accent!
Accent.
You got the accent! You're even doing the S." And I'm like, "Yes, I am. I am doing the accent." They loved it. The Spanish people loved me.
Didn't you
Sam.
barely learn Spanish when you were in Spain?
I did Duolingo, so yes, I barely learned Spanish.
Yeah. Remember your brother came up to me and he was like fervently tapping on his phone?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, Duolingo just
I'm
came
playing
out.
Tap Tap Revolution.
No, Duolingo just came out with leaderboards and I'm trying to be the best at Spanish in the region.
Yikes. What a dip.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
Hi,
is
Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. This is an academic podcast, but we don't support learning other than learning about
No.
Paul, obviously. I think just like I find in charity this is the case. You can't care about everything, obviously.
We're doing charity work?
No. But
Oh.
we are. We're giving back to the people by teaching them about Paul. But in charity, you can't support every cause, right? You have to pick your causes
Yeah.
and be
Like, I
dedicated
want
to them.
mailmen to come to my door still. That's my cause.
That's your cause. I would like to
Support
be taller.
abortion.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I'm starting my pro-abortion charity.
You get an abortion. You get an abortion.
Dan Parenthood.
And this has been politics.
Oh. But we have no out. We have no out theme. Okay, what I'm saying is you can't. I don't know what I'm
Charity.
saying anymore.
Something about charity. I'm sorry, I
You can't pick
interrupted
all
you.
your causes. You have to pick one.
Yeah.
You can't learn everything. You have to pick what you're going to learn about. Like choose a
Mm-hmm.
master's degree and choose a master's degree in Paul.
I think we are currently giving everybody a what do you call it?
A master's degree in
a
Paul Edward Valentine Giamatti.
Paul Edward Valentine Giamatti.
That's his full name. Don't wear it out. Sam.
A PhD in PEG. PEVG.
A PhD in PEVD. No, that didn't work.
PEVG.
That
Paul
sounds-
Edward Valentine Giamatti. PEVG.
Oh, Pevg. Pevg.
PEVG.
A pit.
Paul
a
Edward
pit
Valentine
and Pevg.
Giamatti.
Man, this is rambling. I can already hear people being
I
like,
know.
I hate this podcast.
We're just repeating the same
you
thing over and over
dipshits.
again.
There's so much dead air. So I think that means.
Yeah, anyways, we're watching all things Paul Giamatti. Done.
And we're about to talk about one that he
And
just
this time we watched another animated movie.
Yeah,
Our
can't
second
stop us.
foray.
Can't stop us.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't hold us.
Can hold us back. Yeah, and okay. Paul in the movies?
Yeah, don't get too
Yeah, and okay.
don't jump in with your opinions, dude. We got to get into the theme.
Let me take it to the movie, shorty. I'm sure later on you will be my baby. Let's sit down and just be by my side. I got the popcorn, I know what as you like.
I feel like we forgot how to podcast just earlier before that musical break.
You feel like we just
We
We lost it.
We didn't know how to speak anymore.
I think that might be even different than podcasting if we
I
just
could
don't know
see
how to
this
speak.
pulling your head. The cord.
Yeah, the cord is so taut.
Oh.
It's so taut. It's pulling me forward. It's like making me like try and like suck my own penis.
Yeah?
It's like pulling me towards my.
Did you ever try that?
That sounds like Dan Sex Corner, and we're not in it, so I don't have to talk about it.
What do you mean?
Do you
Why
want-
can't we go in?
You want to
Let's
enter
jump in. Yeah, sure.
You want to enter my sex corner?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know how much I hate this.
On this animated children's feature.
Oh wait,
that we're
it's
doing
called Dan's
commenting on?
Fuck Zone.
Oh, right. We always call it something different.
Sam's Sex Corner is so much more PG. Okay, I don't like.
Dance Fuck Zone.
It makes me.
I forget what the theme is for this, so actually I want to hear it.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to.
I don't.
Mama,
I don't want to,
Mama.
mama. Mama, I don't want to go, mama.
I wanna go home, I wanna go.
Hit it.
Okay.
Mama, mama, mama,
That's weird to go from
Oh,
mama,
man.
mama to I wanna fuck you.
That's subject to another Dan Sex
Okay,
Corner.
Dan.
I don't want to be here. What?
Were you ever in your room by yourself
Dude, I'm
and
so
your
uncomfortable
penis
already.
is just so high and taut, and you just think, I don't want to leave here. I'm just gonna try and suck this thing. You ever done it?
You know, we were all 13-year-olds once. And,
And you did try. What I always thought was
you know,
really
we're all 13-year-olds once. And I never did anything too intense. But, you know, hey, you might read something online and you're like, if you lie at this position, it might happen.
No way. You saw something on pre-Reddit about like
Probably-
a
probably-
like a life hack to suck your own dick.
Yeah.
Did you try it? What's the life hack?
I
Educate
cannot
the folks.
confirm.
Educate the folks.
So I read online
I want to know.
that if you
Is it like lie on your
well,
side?
you should try, and then on the next podcast we'll enter
I'm
Sam's
going
sex
to.
corner.
What
and
do
we'll
you
see.
do? You have to lie on your side.
I'll tell you how to suck, Sam. I'll tell you how to suck your own dick if you try it before the next podcast.
Okay, I will.
Shake hands.
Okay, not before the next one, but like. You know.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
So
give
what
it to me.
on
Hit
an
me.
upcoming podcast you will tell me how it
I will.
happened. Okay.
I will.
So what you do is you get into the corner, like against a wall. Okay. And you kind of you move it so your like butt is on the wall and your legs are straight up, so you're at like kind of 90 degrees.
So you're
okay?
lying down on the ground.
You're lying down on the ground. Your legs are up 90 degrees.
This is way worse than I already.
And then basically what's
you
gonna
lie down on
happen-
the side and
No,
like curl in,
no,
but this
no,
is
no.
way worse.
So you're lying like 90 degrees. Your body, I'm crying. And your legs are straight up. It's like you're doing a leg lift, but you're against like your butt.
Yeah.
The crack of your butt is against the wall. You hopefully you'll already be erect, but if you're not at that point,
Get it up
you
there.
gotta start getting it up because it's gonna be happening soon. And then basically you let gravity do the work, and it comes down, and because you're in that position, you can bend your back forward. You can create a little semicircle with your back,
Okay.
and the legs are coming down, and the penis should be. You can really just like it's right there. And the thing is, you have to. You have to like give it some time because you have to work into it.
You gotta limber up.
You gotta limber up. Maybe do some stretches beforehand.
Right.
Maybe do some real leg lifts that could be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you can pull yourself down, and gravity will help until you can get your penis in your mouth.
In your own mouth.
Yeah,
So you tried this.
I can not
And did
confirm
it
or
work?
deny.
Wait, no. Are you okay? Reveal to me if I do it,
Yeah,
whether it works or not. Then you'll reveal if it worked for you.
that's such a good. Yeah, Sam, we're gonna leave the sex corner.
Okay.
But
Let this
when you
education
come-
be an education.
when you come back after trying to suck your own dick,
yeah.
I will reveal to you and the audience whether me, when I was 14,
Suck
was
their dick.
able to suck my own dick.
And whether me
And what-
at 23 years old was able to suck my
Oh,
own dick.
boy.
All right, let's get the fuck out of
Okay,
here.
that's great. Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay.
Way better than I ever thought it could ever be.
So Paul at the movies, huh?
Yeah.
You know, every time we go into Dan's fuck zone, I never want to go there, but
But it's always fun.
the content's always pretty
Yeah,
incredible.
we haven't been there in a while.
Nah, it's been a long time.
But
people,
this movie's
people do
got
like
us
it.
back, and it got us horny.
This movie's got us.
An animated feature about Vikings.
Well, the
us
Vikings
roughed up.
didn't, but there were some aspects to it. So, Sam, can you give a little description? So, we watched Asterix and the Vikings, and this is a movie with Asterix and Obelix. They're like comic characters, I believe, or
They're French-Belgian comic characters.
all right.
And the comic started in 1959.
That's wild because
And it's still being published to this day.
well, I was kind of surprised because I know who these characters are. Like I recognize them from just the world.
I never knew who they were.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I've seen them before, but I'm surprised. I didn't. First of all, I didn't know they were European. I didn't know they were French and Belgian. And second, I didn't know how prolific they were because when I was on YouTube searching for this movie to try and find behind the scenes things or anything I can find,
Yeah.
there was nothing for this movie. But there's like a million other animated movies.
Yeah.
There's
13 movies in total.
there's live action movies.
There's 9 and 4 live action ones. Yeah.
It's insane.
And they do really well in France.
Really?
They do really, really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the
Like
French.
the live action one, it's called Mission Cleopatra.
Yes, I saw the trailer for that.
It did really, really well.
The French are the
They're nouveau comedy.
they're
you know?
nouveau comedy, but they're like the I don't know. They're like the gatekeepers of cinema. They
They used to be.
well, I think it holds true if they're making these movies. They set a standard for what cinema can be, and obviously Asterix and Obelix live up to that
to that
tradition.
standard. Yeah.
Truffaut, Godard, Asterix,
and
and
Obelix.
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 Oh, Obelix.
Everybody's name ends in IX.
Oh, well, that's
in
a
this
helpful
movie.
hint.
Because you want a little history fact?
Yes, please.
IX was the suffix that Vikings used to put on their name because it meant king. So chiefs, Viking chiefs, all ended in IX.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. What do you think about that little history bit?
Well,
Welcome to the History Channel.
It sounds like we're an academic podcast. That's awesome.
Exactly. We're learning.
Okay, so can you give me a little bit of the plot here?
Yeah.
The plot. First of all, is there a plot?
There is one.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's weak. But the plot concerns Asterix and Obelix trying to train the nephew of their village's chief, only to find that's not true. It's the nephew of the village's chief. Wikipedia is wrong yet again.
Yeah, watch the movie. Do your research, Wikipedia.
Yeah. Only to find themselves rescuing him from a tribe
Fake
of Vikings
news.
who believe him to be a champion of fear.
Yeah,
because
so
they think that if you're fearful, you'll fly.
There's a lot to unpack there. Right at the beginning, basically, they say there's this guy who's like, Odin says, if you're fearful, you can fly.
Well,
it's like a metaphor, right?
The chief misinterprets him.
Okay.
He's just saying a bunch of like metaphors and phrases.
Yeah.
And he says, "Fear will give you wings."
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fear gives cowards wings, or something like that.
Some bullshit.
And then he says,
like
"Wait,
that."
If you're fearful, you'll fly."
And he's like, "No."
Said John DiMaggio of Bender fame.
And he's like, "No." And Jake from Adventure Time.
Adventure Time, yeah.
And he's like, "No, this is a
Come
metaphor."
on, grab your friends. You go to very distant lands.
I've never seen Adventure Time.
Finn the dog and Jake the human. Oh, other way. Jake the dog and Finn the human. The fun will never end. It's adventure.
I'm a wizard.
You never seen it? It's kooky.
Right?
It's kooky.
I'm a wizard.
It's fun. It's kooky.
I'm a blue wizard.
I'm a blue wizard. I'm the Ice King. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
I play
Ice
SpongeBob.
King. That's it. Yeah.
It's a French-Danish animated feature about Vikings.
Yeah, it really is. And it feels very French because not only, I guess we'll get into it later, but not only is it low quality, very cheap.
Also, slightly racist.
I was going to say racist.
I forgot
but
about
before
that
we jump
till
into
now.
that, yeah, cheap, low quality.
Hang on, let me just get my phone here.
Oh, okay. Reach for that phone. He's trapped with his wires.
The web of wires.
Cheap, low quality. It is, yeah, just racist. Yeah, it is racist.
I was
it's
not
say,
fully racist. There was a racist moment.
A racist
it is
moment.
quite racist.
Yeah, it was startlingly racist in a children's film.
Yeah, in a children's movie.
And that had no signs of racism
and
up
that
to
had a
point.
feminist character in it.
But it felt very French because French, like, Europe is so racist, Sam. We might have listeners in Europe, but y'all are racist.
Yeah.
Y'all got some casual racism
The
going
Netherlands
on.
during Christmas have a whole festival where everybody wears blackface.
Yeah, it's pretty
You know
fucked
about
up.
that? That's a
It's like
certain
when you
age.
jump over the history of slavery in your country, people are still pretty racist.
They still, yeah.
But I found that to be true when I was in Europe. And then on top of that,
Oh, for real?
it makes sense. Oh, yeah. But it makes sense to me that in this children's movie, it's just like, what do you mean we have a stereotypical, like, racist image of a black
Of a
person
black guy, yeah.
with big pink
Giant
lips,
lips, black as night.
who looks like kind of like ape-like
And they make him
stuff.
look like a oof. Yeah.
Like yeah. And I'm like, it just showed up because they're on a pirate ship of white people, and there's one black person in the crow's nest, and it like goes up to him, and I'm like, oh, gee, both of us like jump back. We're like, holy
Jesus
shit,
Christ.
what do you mean? This movie's
Ain't
from
that a portrayal?
2006,
2006.
and you're putting
And
in
they
the,
brought it over to America. Like, why would they not change that?
I don't know because
Very simple to change.
so simple. Make him white.
Make him white. Leave the lips.
I don't care. Yeah, leave the style. Just make him white,
him
please. The movie I think is horrible. I hated the writing. I hated the
I thought the animation was interesting at some points, but also inconsistent.
very inconsistent. But I was gonna say is I didn't like the writing, but that can be a matter of translation, right? It's a French film,
Yeah.
but it's being dubbed in English.
But even then, you just look at the plot. Like, they're trying to find somebody who's fearful so they can fly. Like, it's really, really weak.
I'm trying to forgive it.
Yeah.
But the racism thing, I really can't. It's just it's
No, that was
so-
really bad. And it came up twice.
It came out twice, and it's so blatant and unnecessary that it really is just like, oh yikes, you think this is okay?
Yeah. You can tell they totally think it's fine.
Yeah.
They're not even trying to bring too much of a point to it.
No, and it's not
It's just
funny.
very wildly casual.
Yeah, it's not even like a joke. It's just like this is a character, and he's
We got a horrible portrayal of a
horrible
black
image.
guy in a crow's nest.
oh yikes.
Yikes. Anywho, a
Yeah.
French-Danish animated picture.
But very fun besides that.
Yeah. The English dub involved the voices of our boy Paul,
Paul Giamatti.
Brad Garrett, Sean Astin,
Yeah, Sean Astin plays
Sam
the kid.
Wise,
Sam Wise Gamgee.
Evan Rachel Wood. Oh, I can carry it for you, Frodo.
I can carry it. Let the spiders.
I thought this guy's name's funny. Greg Proops.
Oh, Greg Proops. He's a comedian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never heard of him. And John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
The voice acting was great in this movie.
Yeah, the voice acting is really good. And let me just say, Rachel Evan Wood of Westworld fame, Dolores.
Mm-hmm.
Dolores.
Dolores. Yep.
Was really good in the movie. And maybe it's because the character was so sexy looking.
So fucking sexy.
So needlessly
Let's
sexy
explain
looking.
what she looks like. You guys can check her out on her Instagram or video podcast.
Video
Maybe you'll see a
podcast.
little
We'll
clip
throw
of
it
her.
up. But let's
Gap.
can we just tee up to it for a second?
Okay. What do you want to
So the animation style in this movie is it's nice. It's good enough. It's like
It's
very
good.
basic, hand drawn on animation.
say? Mm-hmm.
The
Which
the,
it looks like it has a budget.
the
behind it.
male characters are like animated, kind of silly. They have big noses. They're like kind of frumpy. They have big bushy hair, like they're Vikings and warriors or whatever.
Yeah, bulging muscles.
It's very stylistic.
Yeah.
But then every woman who's not a woman for comedy, like an older woman or like the wife,
You
who's
mean a
doing
fat
comedy,
woman.
Every woman in this movie who's not like a fat woman
Yeah.
is drawn to be
A
the
Viking wife.
sexiest fucking lady.
There's only
in the world.
one woman.
No, when they were doing the dancing scene in the beginning,
Oh,
all
there's
those
another
young
woman?
ladies
I didn't
are
see.
so sexy looking.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah. Sam, I'm just gonna go lean up against a wall for a second. Don't mind me.
I'll be in your bedroom.
Sorry, what were we, so this girl, the main girl in the movie,
The main
what's
girl.
her name?
Her name's Abba.
Abba.
Mm-hmm.
She is ridiculously cute.
Yeah.
And I know it's weird
If
that
I
we're
was a
talking-
10-year-old boy,
Yes, exactly.
I would be so into her.
Never
But I'm still into her now.
never has a character been so seductive. And not like outright sexy, but just seductive.
Mm-hmm.
Since Gina, in Arresting Gina, I would say.
I know. That's
Never,
exactly what I was saying. We haven't had it. That was the end of the horny period.
I would say so.
And now, kicked right back in. It's all I could think about while watching her.
And because this movie's so bad, y'all better buckle in because this is a lot of what we have to talk about.
Damn right.
Sam, describe what this cartoon girl,
Yeah.
Viking girl looks like.
Teenager.
Yeah, spunky
She had
teenager.
a gap in her front teeth.
Oh my God, just like you.
Yeah. I got more than one. She, beautiful Pippi Longstocking, what do you call it? Braided red hair,
Mm-hmm.
seductive thighs, a nice skimpy dress.
Seductive thighs.
I don't know. I didn't know.
You noticed her thighs?
She had nice voluptuous thighs.
Okay.
Did she not?
I didn't notice, but
You're looking at her chest.
I was looking at her Viking plate chest. You know, like those women have with like the metal.
She had the metal
plate,
boobies.
the metal boobs.
Yeah. Seashells, but Viking style.
Yeah.
And she was gorgeous.
She was
And a feminist.
She was a feminist. That's
A
the other
strong
thing, though.
female character.
So not only was she very, very pretty,
But that put the racism into stark contrast. Because it's like, oh, you're willing to have a feminist female character, but then you'll just toss in a horrible looking, just the worst portrayal of a black guy you
well,
can possibly
here's the
imagine.
thing, Sam. I also have some problems with the feminist character because while she is spunky and has girl power, her arc in the movie is to want to be a boy, to like be able to go out and do things.
She had a Mulan moment.
She had a Mulan moment, but the resolution to that plot line is just her marrying a better man.
Yeah.
She's supposed to marry this bad dude.
She doesn't save herself.
She doesn't save herself. The nicer guy saves her, and then her resolution is just to marry him. It's not to like explore the world and become a Viking.
Mm-mm.
She just lives with the nicer guy in the village and gets married.
Because she originally said there was some guy dead in an ice wall when they're
It's
about
just
to
some
save her.
dead guy in an
And-
ice wall.
Yeah, and she said, and then the guy's asking, oh, like, who's that? Oh, that's the last guy that lied to me. Then he also lied to her because he's supposed to be the guy that can fly.
Yeah.
He ends up,
Being able to
spoiler,
fly.
he can't fly.
Oh, sorry, he can't fly.
She gets mad.
Yeah.
Then he takes her on a hang gliding trip,
Mm-hmm.
and then they fall in love.
Well, they've kind of been falling in love before that.
They were falling in
But
love.
like
a
that
little
was
bit before
that was the critical moment. They're
Yeah.
hang gliding to safety, and they're just like, "Oh boy, the look in our eyes. Let's kiss. Let's mac right now."
Should we describe the outline?
Well, I was gonna say first, here's the girl power moment. So if we're talking
okay.
about ABBA, let's listen to a little bit of what ABBA has to say.
Okay.
Emma, what are you doing here? I said you can't come.
I'm headed up to here with Can't. I'm not staying at home anymore. Do you think it's right to treat women like slaves? Yeah! One day, we're going to be equal to men.
Are you finished?
No, I'm not finished. Women want to fly too. We want to learn fear. We can be just as scared as men.
Who is this new guy? That's
Lock
my
her
daughter.
up. Lock her up.
Ah, it's just divergent
Lock
views than
her
ours.
up. Lock her up. And that's what they do. They lock her in a
They
cage.
lock her in a tiny cage.
Anyway, Sam, let's get into the plot of this movie. I'm sure we'll come back around to Abba and her adventures.
Do we explain it enough? So they're on a trip. The Vikings are going to Gaul because they think,
You know all the places.
yeah, man, I'm a history guy.
Pull up my glasses.
My glasses.
You sat on the glasses.
They're going to Gaul.
Yeah.
It's 50 BC. Okay?
All right.
They're going to Gaul because they think they're going to find their champion of fear because they think if you're scared, you can fly. So they're going to find the most scared person and steal him so they can teach them the lesson of fear and fly.
That sounds ridiculous.
Oh, it's pretty stupid.
Okay. Oh, it's pretty stupid.
Don't get me wrong. It's fucking stupid.
Okay, so then what happens next? We've talked about that.
All right. I just wanted to explain it. I didn't feel
Okay,
like we
yeah,
properly
yeah.
explained it. That's the whole plot.
Okay.
So then we're introduced to our protagonists, Asterix and Obelix. And Paul's Asterix.
Yeah, he's the titular Asterix.
Literally the
the
titular.
titular Asterix.
Yeah. So they get introduced to the nephew
Yeah,
who ends up becoming the champion of fear.
yeah.
And he is the son of a mighty warrior.
Okay, but he's a big baby.
He's a big baby.
He's
Feeble,
a vegetarian.
weak man.
He's a vegetarian. He doesn't like to fight, and everybody else. This is a warrior society. He's a fish out of water.
And
in
he doesn't
a
want to
society
fight. He
that
says
has,
he's a pacifist.
he's a fish out of water in a society that has fish fights.
They do have fish
They
fights.
they throw fish around.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hear a little bit of Paul Giamatti? This is our
I thought you were
introduction.
going to say, do you want to hear a fish fight? All right, that's enough of the fish fight.
Did you know that a can of tuna has 20 grams of protein?
I did know that, Dan.
You told that to me yesterday.
Oh, we got something to talk about after this
Oh,
clip.
yes. Okay, here we go. This is Paul Giamatti as Asterix. This is our introduction to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Obelix.
So, Asterix, anything exciting happening today?
Nah, not really.
Hey, any trouble from the Romans?
Nah,
They're having a
afraid
fish fight.
not.
Yeah, there's a fish fight in the background.
You say my fish is rotten? It's more than rotten. It's a hell
I
hazard.
feel like something's missing around here. I don't know what. Maybe a good fish fight.
Actually, I think there's a fish fight going on right
Sounds like
now.
a pretty good fish fight.
That fish fight sounds amazing.
Amazing.
Have you ever been in a fish fight?
No.
I would love to be in a fish fight. Maybe one day when we
throwing
get a
sushi
lot
around.
of listeners, we can do it like a park meetup, and
Have
have
a fish fight?
have a fish fight.
I think we should also try and suck our own dicks.
Who's saying that one of us hasn't already tried?
All right, guys, pick a tree.
Oh, oh, the whole gang.
The whole gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to a park, a nice forested park.
Yeah, everybody pick a tree.
All right, pick a tree.
Lean
You
up
know,
against it.
Two to a tree. Two
To
to
a
a
tree.
tree.
Well, you could get 4. You could
get
really
4
just
to a
like,
tree.
you probably even get more.
Depends
depending
on the size of the tree.
The diameter of the tree. Again, this is an academic podcast. We're talking about length, diameter, surface area,
And size of dick.
and size of dick, because that's an important factor.
Yeah, you got to have at least enough length.
I mean, I'll talk about this after you try and suck your dick,
Okay.
because there's
I'm
more.
so excited. I
there's
can't wait
more
to hear
to the
about it.
story.
I can't wait to try to suck my own dick. I can't wait to hear about you sucking your own dick.
If I did,
If you did or didn't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sam, what happens next in this movie?
Oh. Okay. Well, should we talk about our take a break to talk about our new contest
Okay,
that is happening here?
let's take a break for a second.
So Dan and I, starting August 5th,
Yeah.
are embarking on a 3-month gains competition.
A mass building
A
challenge.
mass building
Because
competition.
I kept saying that this is the most boy thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know. This is not what we're like at all. Either.
No.
This is out of character for both
And
of us.
who knows if it'll be
I
a
don't
success.
like competition to begin with.
Yeah, it scares me.
And I don't like manly things normally.
I could be the coward champion, the fear champion,
you
or
could be
whatever
the fear champion.
that Just for Kicks is in the movie.
Oh yeah, his name's Just for Kicks.
Ridiculous. But back to mass
It is.
gaining.
Yes.
So I kept telling Sam that I think I'm bigger than him. Not in strength. He was like, arm wrestle me. I'm like, not in strength.
And he
You-
refused.
Yeah, because I think you might be stronger than me. I think I'm just bigger than you.
Yeah.
Which is
That's like thinking you have an STD and not going to get tested because you're scared of a positive result.
exactly.
That's like you not arm wrestling me.
It's like me not getting an STD test.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So Dan and Dan kept saying he's bigger than me. I said that's fucking ridiculous.
I don't think it is though. I think I am bigger than you.
That's
but we're
fucking
but we're
ridiculous.
we're now. I guess it's not really a matter of who's bigger now, but now we're setting up a 3-month. We're gonna take some different metrics like around the biceps, neck, shoulders, whatever, thigh, different.
Yeah.
We're still determining the metrics, and believe me, the podcast audience will know when we know.
Yeah.
And then I think the last step is going to be to assemble a panel of judges
For an aesthetic
look.
Like who looks bigger?
Because we'll take photos together before we start,
Mm-hmm.
and then after, or like right when we start, and then at the end we can have a panel of judges. We're still working out the kinks, but basically we want to see an academic podcast, a percentage increase over our starting values of mass.
But it should be muscle mass. That's why I think we should get our body fat measured.
How do you do that?
There's many a way.
Okay.
You can do the skin fold test where you pinch skin and you contract your bicep. I don't even think I can contract my bicep.
I don't even think I can pinch.
See, and then you measure that fold, which then tells you your body fat percentage. And there's other tests that you can do by a doctor, but I don't want to pay somebody to measure my body fat.
I'm already paying to go to a gym. I'm going to pay for protein.
But the thing is, to cheat the system of the mass gain system, you can just get fat.
But here's my counter argument to that, though. Neither of us want to get fat.
No, I'm not trying to get fat.
And the other thing is, if we get fat, now I don't know. But
then one of us has a comedy body.
No, but you would lose. First of all, hilarious. I had a dream like 2 years ago. We're rambling, but there's not a lot to talk about with Asterix and Obelisk. Okay,
we're pretty much done.
We already talked about the racism, the sexy girl. Paul Giamatti's in it.
Everybody has the
Thank
last
you.
name.
Let's go home.
Is Ix.
Yeah, we'll get into that though.
Yeah.
But like 2 years ago, I woke up from a dream, okay? And I was at a mall, and I was meeting Will Ferrell, okay? In my dream. And I wrote it down on my phone. I wonder if I can find it and post it maybe.
Okay.
But basically, I went up to him, and I was like, hey, I really love comedy. I want to get into comedy. Do you have any advice for like somebody starting out? Mm-hmm. And he looked at me in the eyes, and he said, you got to get fat. He said, you have to put on weight. And I woke up, and I was like, I have to put on weight. Because he's like, it's not funny to be skinny. You don't have to be fat, but you have to be like, you have to be bigger.
You gotta be voluptuous.
You have to be voluptuous. You gotta have a little tummy maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And so that really changed my life.
Shuffle action.
Exactly. That changed my life in so much that I tried to eat more, and then I stopped and became skinny again.
Maybe this is our foray.
But this could be it. This could be the moment when we become
But
fat.
we don't want to become fat.
No.
But you could win. But then you'd lose the aesthetic.
You'd lose the aesthetics. That's why I think it's important that we have the panel.
You're right.
Because
but it has to be the right panel of people.
Well, I mean, we're figuring out all the details.
Yeah.
We have a couple weeks we have like a week or so until.
I think we should make a video. A BuzzFeed style video.
Okay, let's do it. We'll
track
record
our
our progress.
Months. Yeah.
What I was going to tell you, though, is even if we're telling the podcast audience, we can't post scantily pictures on our Instagram. We're going to lose followers very quickly. We can't post progress pics.
No progress pics.
No progress pics.
We'll stay in the dark about it. We'll update on the podcast.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. We'll say how it's going. I'm
talk
sure.
shit.
Yeah, you know. Harass each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Pinch each other's butts.
I already sent Dan. I was watching workout videos.
Yeah.
And I sent Dan a thing, and I said, "Get wrecked, bitch."
Yeah, it was very, very funny.
Yeah.
But that's
it's already starting.
It's already
just the
started.
goofs, the gas, and the laughs.
We like to fool around on the podcast.
I think it'll be really fun.
And outside the podcast. I think it'll be fun too. I'm excited to see how we do, really. I'm excited to see
how good we look by the end of it.
And how good we do at sticking with it and doing it.
I'm going to. So I need to say here that I think we need to put money on it. And Dan is resistant.
I was telling somebody, and
I
they
want
think
it to
that we
be
need to do a
$100.
challenge. We need to have something like, we need to have a reward that's like, is at the expense of the other person.
Like monetary value.
Maybe. I don't think money would.
Money motivates me.
I don't think it motivates me. I'm more.
$100. Losing $100 does not motivate you.
No.
Really? We get it, Dan. You got a nice job. You're making the big bucks now.
How much do you think $100 is?
I think it's $100. I think that's how much it is. And I don't want to lose that just because I didn't get bigger than you.
I was going to say, that's like, isn't that what the gym membership is going to cost?
No, it's going to cost more than that. Actually, a little less.
A little less, maybe. Okay, let's get out of here. On the next...
All I'm saying is I want to put $100 on this bet.
Okay, I'll put $100. Here we go.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'll shake. $100. Whatever.
yeah.
There you go.
That won't motivate you?
No.
Oh. Well, okay, what kind of challenge then?
we need to think about it more.
All right.
We'll keep updating the podcast as we go along.
Sounds good. Guys, write in. What kind of
Yeah.
challenge you think that, or reward the other person has to do for the other person, whatever it is.
Email Giamatti
Please.
at
We're looking,
gmail.com.
or metrics, or how we should measure this competition, measure the winner. Who knows? Send us in.
What happens next in the movie, Sam? Back
What
to
happens
Paul the
next-
movies.
What happens next in the movie is that the Vikings, they reach Gaul.
Okay.
Okay. And they steal just for kicks because they
No,
realize that he's
what?
a feeble, scared boy.
Yeah, they see that he's a scaredy pants.
Yeah. And they say, you're going to teach us how to fly. He says,
I can't.
I can't.
I
But
straight up, boys, I can't.
they take him to Sweden nonetheless.
Okay.
And then Asterix and Obelix, as the guys that were training him. Oh, yeah, we missed that part. They're training him to be a warrior.
Oh yeah, and they use some cheap music,
They used some cheap music. Oh, yeah, they
Well,
did.
they do
They
Eye of
used
the
a cover
Tiger.
of Eye of the Tiger.
but they
yeah.
do a cover because can't pay for the real thing, huh?
Mm-mm. No. And it was all right. It was a female vocalist.
Getting some good girl power.
Mm-hmm. And then, so, yeah, they trained him unsuccessfully. And so then, since they were training him, they're tasked with bringing him back. So they go on a trip to Sweden.
Okay. Okay.
And then what happens after that, Dan?
Okay. Well, basically after that, they get to Sweden. They find out that he's being kind of celebrated because everybody's under the impression that he's gonna teach them how to fly.
Yeah.
So we
But
enter
first, they teach them how to dance.
how to dance. Because this is our second musical number of the film. What was the second? The first one was "Get Down on It," right?
Yeah.
And the second, do you remember what the second song was?
Eye of the Tiger, and I don't remember what the one that he danced to.
It was another
after.
kind of famous song.
Yeah.
But they're all dancing and having fun. And he's, dancing with girls, and he's sharing a moment with ABBA, and I like the name ABBA.
I mean, well, it's a band.
Yeah,
It's
you're
a
right.
Swedish
yeah,
band.
You are 100%. Oh, that's funny.
That's why
That's
they did
why
it.
they
You
did
didn't
it.
catch on that?
No, I'm an idiot.
No.
Anyway, so basically, Asterix and Obelix get in there, right? And
yeah.
and they're like, "We're going. Come on, just for kicks." And he's like, "No, I want to stay. I want to stay, you goons."
He likes it there. He's being celebrated.
And he tells them basically, "Fuck you, get lost." And Obelix takes that very personally. He gets mad and storms away. He's sad. He's very sad. And then Asterix
then
and
they're
Obelix
like-
have a moment,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
and they're like, he's like a kid. He didn't mean those things. We have to be there to help him.
Yeah.
We have to be the bigger people.
Mhm.
And guess what? They do need his help because they take him out to fly, and they're gonna throw him off a goddamn cliff.
Oh my God.
Oh my god!
And then he can't fly.
no, surprise, he can't fly because
But-
he's a human.
The guy that
No.
originally tricked the Viking chief.
Shut up.
He ties a little rope around his waist,
Okay.
and through the fog, they can't see the rope. Ipso facto, the boy's flying
Wow.
because
Yeah.
the guy that tricked the Viking chief wants his stupid son named Olaf
Okay.
to marry Abba, the chief's daughter. So if he is the one that brought back the guy that can fly, he can ask for the Abba's hand in marriage. That's the
What?
kicker.
Okay. So he can
Did
ask.
that make sense?
No. Come again.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say it again. So. This
So
is
the
really
guy
quiet.
is the guy is just like, it's his daughter.
So, the Viking chief was tricked by the cryptographer, whatever the fuck he is. He was tricked by a guy.
Okay.
The guy that tricked him got his son to steal
Yeah.
the champion of fear, the guy that's going to teach him to fly.
Okay.
And then he can ask. This song's awful. Oh. Bring it up. Anyway, so Olaf, the guy, somebody's going to marry Abba. That's all you need to know. One of the Vikings is going to marry Abba.
I zoned out for that whole 2 minutes.
Sick.
But basically, Asterix and Obelix.
Some guy's going to marry Abba.
Okay. They rescue just for kicks.
Yeah.
And then he's like, wait, I got to get my girl. I got to get Abba. She's
'Cause
going to be forced to marry this guy.
Exactly.
And, it is hard to be a girl. But anyway, just for kicks breaks in,
He drank the magic potion.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they have a magic potion that makes you strong.
I guess.
Like a Popeye thing.
Okay. And anyway, he gets strong. He saves her. They run away. And then the big fight ensues.
Yeah.
And
Asterix and Obelix, they drink the potion too.
everybody's drinking potions. They're all fighting. And then at the end, they get the girl and the bad guys die.
And he hang glides off a cliff.
Oh, yeah, he hang glides away.
And he literally sweeps Abba off her feet.
Oh, my God, that's so cute.
There's a short moment where she realizes that he's lying to him, blah, blah, blah. Then they go back to Gaul. And they marry.
Can I just tell you this? This movie was an hour and 15 minutes long. An hour and 15 minutes long. An hour and 10 minus credits.
And it felt really long.
It felt like the longest movie we have been forced to watch. It might be the longest watching experience of my life. It was horrible.
It was really, really bad.
And I can tell you this as well. I usually don't know what bad writing is. I watch movies like Lady in the Water. I watched that movie and I'm like, I don't know. It seemed fun to me. I am, for someone who loves movies, loves making movies, is very engaged with film as a process. I have the biggest non-understanding of writing
Of
and
narrative.
bad movies.
Yeah. I
No,
mean, you
I
love
do.
National Treasure.
I love National Treasure. I mean, I love the actual ideas of narrative and storytelling, but when I watch a movie, I usually can't pick out bad writing per se.
I see.
Like, it just
Separate
washes
from
on
the
me.
filmmaking process.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I can be critical when I want to be critical, but when I watch a movie, it really just washes over me.
Right.
And this movie was not that case.
No.
No, it was no Lady in the Water. This movie was absolutely horrible. All the writing I hated from moment one.
It's really
the
bad.
first dance sequence that had Get Down on It
Get down on it.
happened 9 minutes into the movie. 9 minutes in. You have a full dance number 9 minutes into the movie? And also, speaking of sexy girls, there were some sexy girls there, and he like kind of grinds on them.
Oh,
a
there was
little bit.
more? I didn't
Oh,
notice
yeah.
any of the other sexy ladies.
Man, I had my
Abba
eyes
had my attention.
peeled.
Those voluptuous thighs.
My God. Her metal-plated bosom.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is...
But she really was given some looks.
That girl, so they drew her to be very sexy.
Yeah.
There is no doubt, because there's a scene when he's tied up to a pole, and she gives him her cloak, and like the shot
yeah, and
is
she looks
like,
naked.
She takes off her cloak, right? But her like it's like a crop top, her like top
Yeah.
thing with the metal plates. So the shot like it takes it off, and it looks like she dropped her like
And
towel,
both-
you know, and like
Both you and I were like,
yeah, we both got so
Are
excited.
is she
Are
naked?
we
And
gonna
then
see?
they cut to the reverse, and she's not naked.
Yeah, she's wearing a shirt.
But they definitely were doing it to be like,
To make it sexy. And as a kid, I would have loved it. I would have thought this was
I
so
would have
sexy.
lost my mind.
I know. Me
but
too.
We're 23-year-olds and we still lost our minds.
You're right. Is there something to be said there?
It's because she's animated, man. There's
Is
something
that-
about animated ladies when they're drawn sexy. They're real
Well, it's so
sexy.
easy to draw them sexy, especially like I don't
Yeah.
know. Go to our Instagram, look at pictures of her, jerk it, jill it, and then come back and email us and tell us if
Jerk and Jill?
yeah, jerk it, jill it,
That's really funny. I like that.
jacket, jill.
Jack and Jill, Jerk and Jill. Just hang out, have a Jerk and Jill.
I like saying it like that. That's really good.
Yeah.
When I lived in Spain, speaking of Europe, because we're talking about
Are
Europe.
they
it's
more
a French movie.
relaxed about jerking and jilling?
No, they hated how much I talked about it. So me and Sonia, my roommate Sonia,
Yeah.
doesn't listen to this podcast, I don't believe, but we lived together
You
there.
would jerk and Jill together?
No.
That's what it's called for ladies.
That's jilling it, jacking and jilling it.
Ah.
So, but what we would do is we'd constantly be like talking about jacking and jilling.
Okay.
We're like nonstop, and it was so gross for like maybe a month.
Yeah.
Like it was just like the thing that we would do. And Riley too, I think a little bit. I also live with this guy named Riley, but it's mainly Sonia and me.
Yeah.
And somebody would take too long in the shower and be like, "What are you doing? Just chilling in there? Just chilling so hard in the shower? Oh, Riley's sleeping in it. He's probably just jacking off in his room, just having a big old jack session." And then it like seeped out of just our room, like
Okay.
our living situation, because you have those like inside jokes. But then we start getting together with friends, and because all of our friends were the same, because we were like in this new country, we'd start saying it there, and people didn't like it. People didn't like how like it's gross to random people to hear people just nonstop talking about jacking and jilling, jerking it.
I think it's really funny though.
Oh, it's hilarious. It was
Yeah.
one of the funniest things that we did. But I think it made other people uncomfortable.
jacking and jilling.
Jacking and jilling. Dude,
Mm.
were you just jacking
fucking-
off in there?
Chilling it up.
Oh my God. Sorry, we're going to be late because Sonia just has to jill. She has to have a good jill before she comes out.
Funny.
Funny, very funny. Where were we? Did the movie end? Did we finish?
Yeah, we finished the movie.
Great.
They got married. They ate fish. They ate boar.
Get down on it.
Get down on it.
Get down on it.
They didn't even wait to the end for that movie. That would have been good for the ending.
That would have been good for
Did you hear
the
that
end.
crack? Too much jewel.
Too much jewel. You jeweled
Too much
too hard.
jewel. I didn't jack and jill enough. I jeweled hard.
Sam, is there anything we didn't say about this movie that we should know?
Well, let me walk you through. It sucked. It was bad. The animation was really inconsistent. There was moments where it was really good, actually.
Okay.
They'd used light well, but then it was really bad.
They used light well?
Yeah, they animated the light well. Did you not agree?
All right.
Ha.
Oh, there was good animation.
trying
they
to
used
find
light
nice-
well.
They did. They drew it in an interesting way that was very detailed and nice.
All right.
You didn't agree. You don't agree.
We're going to move on. It was boring. We can agree.
It was boring. Everybody was named Ix. Some guy was named Just for Kicks. One guy was named Geriatrics.
Do you want to hear some of the names?
Yeah, hit me with some clips.
But first I wanted to say, let me read off some of the names that were in this movie. Because I took a screenshot of the credits. We got Just for Kicks, Obelix, Asterix, ABBA, Olaf G. What? Olaf G.
Olaf was the guy that was going to marry ABBA.
Unhygienics, Dogmatics.
There's Geriatrics.
Oh, sorry. Olaf and Unhygienics were played by the same person.
I got you.
Dogmatics, Getafix, Double Helix, Impedimenta, Tim and a Half, Fully Automatics, Nescaf.
Awful names.
Photograph.
Awful. Photographics.
Cacophonics. Vital Statistics.
Oh, right. That was fun.
Cryptograph. Double Deca Bus.
Jesus Christ. End it. I'm done.
I'll say that's the last one there. But let's get into some clips and then we can talk about Paul.
Okay.
The first clip that we have to listen to is this is called Being a Girl Sucks. You know why?
Why?
Because she was forced to marry someone she didn't want to.
Oh, right,
she's
yeah.
being oppressed.
Being a girl. Oh, shit.
Being a girl sucks.
Oh, it's kind of.
Being a girl sucks.
I kind of like the way she says it.
Being a girl sucks.
She's kind of pouty.
Girl.
Being a girl sucks.
I don't like it. I don't want to.
One more time. Bring it back, Rachel Evan Wood.
Being a girl sucks.
Isn't it Evan Rachel Wood?
Evan Rachel Wood? I don't know.
It's because the boy name comes before the girl name.
Yeah. Oh.
And she's a
Check
girl.
with her parents. This clip is called Cowards.
We are the most chicken-hearted, jelly-bellied, weak-kneed cowards of all.
Cowards.
Good. I like that.
I like that one
end
too.
clip is a keeper.
This one's called Down and Dirty. This is a clip with Paul, and this might be my favorite clip from the movie.
Hey, are you in the flow, bro?
Oh, yeah. I'm down and dirty, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm down and dirty, bro.
Bro.
What is
Hey, are you in the flow, bro?
Are you in the flow, bro? You know, if Paul Giamatti,
It's genius.
this is how we should meet other people. When you, meet people in the podcast, a secret sign,
Yeah.
are you in the flow, bro? I'm down and dirty, bro.
And that's
And then
it.
you,
just
shake
walk
hands and
away.
you, know that you also listen to the Paul
That's gonna
Giamatti
invite
podcast.
people. If we ever get famous, which Lord knows not, people are gonna come behind us. Are you in the flow, bro?
Hey, are you in the flow, bro?
Oh my God, you're a Pauler. You're
down
a little
and
Paul.
I'm down and dirty, bro. This clip is called "Make You Manly."
Hey, wait. Wait, it's good for you.
Wow, look at him go.
It'll make you manly. It'll put hair on your chest.
You don't have hair on your chest. Come to think of it, neither do I.
Genius.
Awkward. I do like getting clips from animated movies though, because the audio is so much cleaner.
It is nice.
Here's a clip called "Nobody Asked."
Nobody asked me if I wanted to be a man.
That's enough. You'll carry on.
Man, it's hard to be a man, huh?
It sucks.
It sucks. Being
Being a girl sucks.
Nobody asked me if I wanted to be a man.
Here's a clip called "Oh No, Not Dad." In the tradition of many other father-themed clips
love
on
our
this
dad
podcast,
clips.
we love our daddies.
Oh, no. Not Dad.
Oh no, not Dad!
Good chance. Well, that's a good one. I like the chant in this is really nice.
Oh, no. Not Dad.
Oh no, not Dad!
Because that sounds a lot like Cincinnati. Do you remember that clip?
No.
Let's see if I can find it.
Cincinnati.
We got so many clips.
There's a lot of clips.
Children grow up, they move out, sometimes to ridiculous places like Cincinnati.
Dad.
Oh no, not Dad!
Very similar.
Very similar. Funny bits. This one's called, do you have a problem with me saying it's funny?
I just like your tagline sometimes. Oh no, funny bits. Next clip.
Okay. Is it time to go? I'm all ready.
Abba, I've told you 100 times. This is not a pleasure cruise. It's a business trip.
Daddy, please. Pretty please. Let me come with you just this once, and then I'll never bother you again. I promise.
Can you just cut the Daddy Please for me?
Yeah, let's
Just
see if
for
I can
later.
find it.
Please, pretty please.
We're close.
Let me come with you just this once, and then I'll never bother you again.
Here we go. Ready?
Daddy, please. Pretty please.
Oh, yeah. One more time.
Oh my God.
Daddy, please. Pretty please. Daddy, please. Pretty please.
It's a good one.
Being a girl sucks.
You know why it sucks? Because two men on a podcast will take clips of people talking about daddies and play it over and over again. Get so horny off of it. Oh, yeah, objectification. Oh, yeah. But the movie is really good because it has a feminist angle to it that resolves in her having to be married to the nice guy who rescued her. This is a clip called Say Bye Bye.
We're going home. Come on. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
I thought that might be nice to end the podcast with.
That is nice.
You know, just have a bye-bye. Let's see. Like
Right
just,
from Paul himself. Right from the
yeah,
horse's mouth.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
I like that.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, Sam, we said that a lot of the scenes in this movie were very funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
This is one of the greatest bits in the movie. This is a clip called SMS, where he has an animal sidekick, because all animated movies have an animal sidekick, who's a pigeon called SMS, and let him explain what he does.
Hey, looky there. Is that your bird?
Yeah, that's SMS. Short Message Service X. I send SMS to all my babes.
Oh, like his bird got a message or something?
Yeah.
And then it writes, I love you.
I guess you're not into new
a piece of wood.
technology out here in the sticks.
SMS, and then he adds an IX on the end of it.
Yeah, because, they're Vikings or whatever this is.
They
warriors
all put
or
IX.
something. And this is one of the last clips we have. This is called Twins. This was the only joke in the movie that made me laugh. The punchline, twins, made me laugh for real.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everything else fell flat, and I looked at it with great disgust.
And here's a list of furniture I want. I want
a full selection of economical but stylish tables, desks, bookcases, and cabinets in oak, pine, and teak that are easily assembled.
You got that?
Yes, Vikea.
Oh, and we could use a new pair of matching skulls.
I'll look out for twins.
I think that's a good joke.
It's not bad.
I like the delivery. The delivery really adds to it.
Paul the movie. What do you think?
Man. Okay, so I didn't like this movie at all. I thought Paul... The one thing that surprised me about this movie, if I can say that, is that Paul, like the animated character of Asterix, really fit Paul. Like he was, like it was still like very like mopey. Like he had a good heart to him, but he was like kind of mopey, a little,
Yeah. I just didn't understand. Maybe because I'm not an Asterix fan.
You're not.
You know,
You're not
I'm
an Asterix head.
I'm an asshead.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand the character at all. Like he's not the leader of this little tribe.
He's one of the best warriors.
But he just drinks a potion. He's tiny. He's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, I guess if anybody drinks that potion...
Why do they trust this character? He's not the smart guy.
Yeah.
He is only strong because he drinks a potion. He's friends with a big fat guy. I don't understand the character at all.
When you put it like that, I don't really get it either. Because, yeah, he just
why is he important?
Potion.
He's not important.
Maybe he's a good leader.
But he's not the leader of their group. They have a chief, and he's not the chief.
I guess you're right.
His character didn't make any sense to me.
But that doesn't have to reflect on Paul's interpretation of the character.
No, but also I thought it was just like it was just a shitty character, and Paul wasn't given a lot.
Okay, I agree. Paul wasn't given it 110%. I thought it kind of fit
with
who he was.
He was just Paul.
Yeah.
In the movie, like he wasn't putting on a voice. We've heard his voice acting work in Robots.
Yeah.
One of the best
Incredible.
in the film. Tiny Tim, the gatekeeper.
Get lost, freak.
He's great.
He's so good.
And then this one, he didn't get to show his voice acting chops.
Okay, well, I agree with that. I would give him...
I'm giving him a 4.
Oh, man.
4 Pauls.
That's harsh, but I'd give him 5. I'd give him 5. It's just
right
down the line.
It wasn't that bad.
There's nothing there. Nothing was bad about it, but he didn't get to show off, like he usually does. And so I'll give it right down the middle, a 5 out of 10.
I honestly feel like this is... I don't know why Paul felt like he needed to do this.
I don't know either, especially because it's just a dub.
Maybe just because it's like a French. It's like I'm gonna do a dub on a French film. Like that's kind of cool.
Might just be some extra money, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that has been Paul at the Movies.
Let me take it to the movie, I'm sure later on you will be my baby. Let's sit down and just be by my side. I got the popcorn, I know what I do like.
So that
Do we have anything for Paul Watch?
No Paul Watch this week. No Paul Watch.
Still doing all the same stuff.
Same
Billions,
stuff.
Gunpowder Milkshake. That's it.
And we also have
Lodge
no
49.
no listener mail this week.
No Claire Wong update. No listener mail.
No Adams whatever theme. Do we call his segment Adams theme?
Adam's spot. I don't fucking know.
I don't
what we
know.
call it. I don't
Adam. So that does it for this week. Next week, what are we watching, Sam?
Next week we are watching another animated feature.
Oh boy.
Called The Ant Bully.
Okay, sweet. I watched that as a kid. Did you?
I never watched it as a kid. No.
Oh, interesting.
I watched Ants. We've talked about this movie before on the podcast. Great movie.
Oh, you watched Ants?
Great movie about bugs, about ants.
Okay.
You ever seen Ants though?
No. Would you say it's better than this one?
Way better. I'm sure. I'm sure it's way better. Ants was a good movie.
So Woody
Ants
Allen
was
movie.
Great.
Actually,
He is the lead voice. Yeah.
it's like Jerry Seinfeld's B movie. Ants
But it's
with
kind
Woody
of
Allen.
it's kind of like before we all cared that he dated his daughter.
It's in the great
you
tradition of comedians doing movies about insects.
About bugs.
About bugs.
Yeah. Bugs Life. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Great.
But we canceled John Lasseter.
Isn't there Bugs? Is there Bugs Life 2?
No.
That's a shame.
That's a damn shame. So yeah, Paul Giamatti plays Stan Beals in The Ant Bully, and we'll be talking about that next week. So give us your thoughts, email us, and send us some emails. Give us let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Let us know what you think about Paul. Let us know what you think about podcasts. Let us know how you think we should judge our gains contest.
Yeah, if you have any thoughts on that, that would be very helpful, actually. But with all that said, that has been the podcast. We are recording live out of Toronto. And
live from the streets of Toronto, it's Giamatti.
Giamatti.
You can find us at
call.
Giamatti Podcast on Instagram. You can email us in at emailgiamatti@gmail.com. All of the things are down in the description.
Yep.
If you want to know. And watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, we do a video podcast on Thursdays.
Do video podcast on Thursdays.
It releases at the same time as the regular podcast drops, so you can see all the clips when we play them in video format. You can see our faces. You can see everything. It's a video podcast.
You can see Dan and I holding hands. We'll do it right now.
Close
We're doing
up.
it.
Here we go. And then on top of that, we release like an 8-minute highlight reel of the podcast with some of the best jokes and bits and clips.
When's that come out?
That comes out on Mondays, and it's on our YouTube channel. So you can search on YouTube for Giamatti Podcast, and we show up because there's no other podcast about Paul Giamatti.
We're singular. That's called SEO, folks.
SEO. And on top of that, the other thing that I want to say is it is so important, if you like the podcast, tell somebody about the podcast. That's the easiest way and the best way to have people listen and for us to grow our audience and to be able to do much cooler things, to be able to put in more work and like do better social media and do better podcasts and different things like that.
We want to broaden the circle of Paul.
We do. So, if you enjoy the podcast, I would greatly appreciate it. We would greatly appreciate it if you could just tell somebody about the podcast. It helps us a lot. So yeah,
please, guys.
If you like this,
maybe other people will.
Maybe other people
maybe
will.
Your friends, maybe your family, maybe your cousins.
Yeah, tell them at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Do it before that. We're very far away from Thanksgiving. But yeah, tell somebody about the podcast. And on that note, that's it. That's it for the podcast.
That's all we got to say. That's it. Asterix and the Vikings. Bad. Don't watch it.
Bad. Do not. Yeah. No go on that one. Do not watch it. But yeah.
I give it 2. I give it 1 star out of 4.
I give it 2 stars.
You give it 2?
Yeah.
2? That's a heavy. That's half.
Oh, out of 4. 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. So I'm somewhere in between.
2 out of 5.
You do ratings on 4 scales?
That's what Roger Ebert does.
You're right. But he always freaks me out. Okay, Sam. Let's get out of here.
Bye.
Have a good week, everybody. Blessed be the Giamatti. Praise be.
Daddy, please. Pretty please.